By the way, best AC out of all the cars reviewed today, best AC.
Yeah.
Coldest AC.
Coldest AC we've been in all day. We've been in Audis, we've been in Model S. You drove over at a R1S.
Yep. All right. He drives a Bolt for a living, and I know.
You keep saying for a living. They don't pay me. They don't pay me to drive a Bolt.
They should pay you to drive a Bolt.
You would think these are the brake lights, but they're not. In the shade, it looks more
There's
dark.
a lot of room back here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking, I got plenty of room. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another EV Geek Studio review. He's Sebastian, I'm Joel, and this is a 2023 Bolt EUV Premier. So as part of our whole used EV series, we are looking at used EVs, seeing how they're holding up, and we thought we'd do the Bolt. Sebastian is very familiar with this, so he should be able to give us a very extensive review of the infotainment. So Sebastian, first off, the difference between the EUV and then the model that you have.
Yeah, so I have a Bolt EV.
EV, okay.
The EUV is about 1 to 2 inches longer.
Okay.
It's in the second row seat is where they added the extra length. The trunks are about the same, and the EUV has a bit more of a SUV shape to it. Mm-hmm. There's some other little differences as we go along that I can point out as we go, but the speeds and feeds on this it has enough power, not anything crazy. It's a 66 kilowatt hour battery pack, I believe, on these. 50 kilowatt peak DC fast charge speeds. 10 to 80 is in like 50 minutes,
yep.
60 minutes.
Just like yours, yep.
Let's see here.
Designed to be a commuter car.
Right.
Not something you're probably going to take across
range
country.
on this one new because it's the EUV. The EUV is a little heavier than the EV. I think it's 247 was the EPA range on it. So something that you commute in. You may, if you go on a trip, you charge like, do one charge and then that's it type situation.
And that's a deep charge, long charge, usually 45 minutes. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, these are interesting propositions. This one that was new was 32 grand, which honestly, it's a pretty nice car for 32 grand. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that in the inside. Yep. This one is what, 17 and some change right now?
And that's probably with the tax credit.
That's probably with tax credit, yes.
So while supplies last,
while tax credits last.
While tax credits last, you can get this with a tax credit, but who knows? He's selling them pretty fast over at Evolve Auto with the used EV tax credit, so yes.
But yeah, so it's interesting though, like, looking at this as a $17,000 car, this is a pretty decent car for that price.
Yeah.
Not saying there aren't other options that might be better, but if you're looking for an SUV, you're going to have a hard time finding any electric SUV.
Yeah, because the conversation is, do I go with like a newer model Bolt or a more of a late model Model 3, which probably with deaggregation is going to give you about the same amount of range too, but it may be a 2018.
It'll charge better, but it's also smaller on the inside, and then you start getting into kind of, it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah. All right, just like always, we're going to do a quick outside review. Sebastian's going to talk about the infotainment. Spoiler alert, I'm going to get to do the driving review because Sebastian drives Bolts for a living, and so I get to see my first impression. I've never driven a Bolt before, my first time doing it. So let's get everything set up, and we'll see you in a bit. All right, Bolt extraordinaire, Sebastian, give us a tour of the outside of this Bolt EUV.
I like my car. I legitimately do like my car. I don't know that I want to be known as the Bolt extraordinaire.
That's gonna be your new title.
So this is the EUV. So EUV is bigger than the EV. The EV was what was around first. The EUV, there's only technically one generation. There's 2 generations of EV. Anyway, so this has a lot more just regular compact crossover proportions to it. You kind of have this typical fake grille area that you see on a lot of these EVs, especially from this one. You have the split headlight design. These are LED DRLs as well as your turn signal. It's on these 17-inch wheels, so this is the Premier trim level, so these are the nicer wheels. There's also, they had a red line edition that had some like red accenting on it, and this one is not that. Coming up here, you also have your charge port. So all EUVs do come with CCS ports. The EVs on Gen 1 didn't necessarily, and you can see there it is. Again, 50 kilowatt peak DC fast charge rate. Pretty slow.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Close that up. These do get a 48 amp onboard charger.
Oh, good.
So, I mean, it's like 11.5 kilowatt, which is not bad.
If you're charging at home, no issues.
Yeah. You do get one thing that you don't get on the EUV, but you do get on older Bolts. You only have keyless entry on the front doors. On my Bolt, I have it on both. I have it on front and back.
This one doesn't have it on the back.
This one doesn't have it on the back. If you come around back, let's talk about one of the things that I think is really dumb about the Bolt. So, if you were looking at the back of this car, you would think these are the brake lights, but they're not. I will demonstrate for you. real quick if you want to step back.
Oh, wow.
They're all the way at the bottom of the bumper.
And then you have the window one. So what are those lights there for?
Those are your tail lights, which means at night it looks like you're always on your brakes.
Oh.
It's a terrible design.
It is.
My car, the brake lights are up here, and if you open the trunk, it automatically switches to down there.
Gotcha.
But for some reason, they got rid of that component.
That whole law of that.
Yeah. But for some reason, they just got rid of that on this one and put it there. Anyway.
That's odd.
Yeah. Open up the trunk here.
Rear wiper. Yay.
Rear wiper. Also, camera here and camera here.
2 cameras. Cool.
Because this has the rear view camera mirror.
It does.
We'll pop that.
We've been driving $90,000 cars that don't have that.
Yep. And I mean, for a compact crossover, not a bad sized trunk. Again, this is about the same size as what you would get in just a regular Bolt, not the EUV version. You've got this hard floor here that folds up, and you have some underfloor storage as well.
Down there, yep.
And you can lift this up
to a secret compartment.
And you have more pockets, so you can put like your charger or whatever down there. No spare tire on these. This one does not have. So this one is a Premier, and it's missing like 3 options. It's missing Super Cruise. It's missing the sunroof. It's missing the Bose sound system.
And you have all 3 of those in yours?
I don't have a sunroof.
Gotcha.
And I don't have Super Cruise.
So you have
because that wasn't available on mine.
You have the Bose.
Because mine is a model year that Super Cruise existed.
But we heard this coming over. It didn't sound bad.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, coming around, I'll let you take a peek at the back seat. This one has a blue interior, which I think is a really interesting color for Bolts. In the shade, it looks more
There's
dark.
a lot of room back here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking, I got plenty of room.
The Bolt is a lot bigger on the inside than you think it is.
I mean, head, it's close.
You also have back there, you have a USB-A and USB-C port. And if you look here on the door, you have heated seats.
Well, look at that.
So like, it's not just a penalty box.
No, and I like this little blue interior as well.
Yeah, and you should have a center console there you can pull down that has cup holders.
Let's find out. Look at, there we go. We never do pull this down when we review cars.
But yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible place, and we've got plenty of room back there. You know, I have a car seat in mine. It was rear facing for the longest time and had no issues. It actually sat behind me. I'm 6 foot tall. I still had plenty of room.
Yeah, you were sitting in front of me and you were 6 foot tall, and like I said, I got plenty of room back here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
One last thing we'll look at is this is the start of the GM tradition of not believing in front trunks.
Of course.
We'll pop that open real quick. And you can see,
if you can figure out how to open it, you do have a boat. It looks like, yep.
It's actually pretty clean under there. Mine's a lot dirtier than that. But yeah, here is all your front wheel drive powertrain. Not really anything super interesting there. No room for a front trunk because they packaged it really poorly.
Yep. You could probably put something little.
You could have put a little tray there. You don't even get hood struts. You have a manual prop.
Wow. OG, baby. OG.
Other cool things about the interesting things about the EUVs, little tidbits of knowledge. The EUV is steel. The Bolt EV is aluminum. The EUV is steel because it saved money. It was cheaper.
Did you steel it aluminum?
It was made it cheaper so they could sell the car cheaper.
Gotcha.
That said, the price difference between this and the regular EV wasn't that huge, but I digress. Anyway, you ready to get inside?
Let's get inside. I'm excited to see what the infotainment looks like, and then I'll hop in the driver's seat and take it for a drive. All right, we have now made it inside the cool Chevy Bolt EUV, and the reason why we say cool is because currently right now in Little Rock it is 103 degrees outside. So, by the way, best AC we've, out of all the cars reviewed today, best AC.
Yeah.
Coldest AC.
Coldest AC we've been in all day. We've been in Audis, we've been in Model S, you drove over at R1S.
Yep. All
coldest
right.
AC.
Since you're the ambassador for Bolt, let's talk about this software, which is a little bit different than yours, you said, right? All right.
Yeah, so this is a different system than what I have in mind. Mine is much worse than this. That's why I only
And yours is what year?
2019.
2019, okay.
That's why I only use CarPlay.
Gotcha.
So if you go, you've got your 3 buttons here, volume knob, home, and your tuner, as well as a select button. You hit the home button, this is kind of home. You got your music, whatever you're listening to here on the left, and if your phone was connected, it would pop up on the right. You can swipe over. Now you have your apps, so you have your audio menu, so you can switch between your sources, your favorites, etc. Phone, energy, so if you go on the energy screen, you have this kind of flow, so as you're driving, it'll show battery, it'll show your region, whatever. You can hit details, and it gives you kind of your lifetime since the last full charge. So we've used, allegedly, 35 kilowatt hours since it was last full charge to go 19.8 miles. That explains that figure.
69% for climate.
Yeah, so it's just been sitting with the AC on forever.
Yep.
Cool.
We were trying to figure out why our average.
We're trying to figure out why the lifetime average on a Chevy Bolt would be 0.6 miles per kilowatt
And now
hour.
we know that 69% of it's been sitting idle. So yeah.
And you can see we've lost, it'll give you this, which is an entering little screen. It'll kind of give you a score, and you can see we've lost on this charge 112 miles of range. And most of it is because of running climate, because it was just sitting. And you can do history, and it'll show you kind of your average on a graph. We'll go back. You can hit charging, and this is where you can set your charge limit. So right now it's set to pretty low, actually. You can bump it up to 100%. They recommend 80% on these. I do wish it gave a little bit clearer indication
Of where 80 was?
Of where 80 was, but that's fine.
What would a full charge get? What did it say? Right here, full charge would get you 200.
Right now it's expecting 238. Yep.
I guess that's 80. Yep.
You can also come in here. You can set your level 1 limit, so it does 8 amps by default. You can go in here, change it to 12 amps. You also have your charging options. So this is where you can set up. You can set up location charging, delayed charging. If you had a utility rate program, you could set it up here. Whether or not you want it to honk at you, beep at you, these will set
Charge cord theft alert.
Yeah,
cool.
So you can have it set if your car is plugged in and locked and someone unplugs the cable, it'll set the alarm off.
Oh, cool.
Which I have that turned off at my house because it'll also do that if the power goes out.
Ah.
And then you're in the dark trying to get out to your car while the alarm's going
blares,
off.
Yes.
Yep. You can set up user profiles on these. These do support wireless CarPlay and auto, and since this is the Premier, you have a wireless phone charger down here.
Oh, cool.
You just toss your phone in there. It's actually a pretty decent design.
As I see another USB.
You have a USB-A, C, and a 12 volt down there as well. You have an apps menu, so this one's not connected to anything, I don't believe. Oh, actually, it shows 4G. Maybe it is. But I do believe if this loads, yeah, you can come in here, you can add Spotify here. Nice.
Nice.
You can do a navigation app built into the radio. You got Pandora. I mean, actually not bad considering this is not the Android system.
Yep.
This is a in-house system. You can see what's currently installed on the car, which is not a lot. I'm just curious. We're going to do that and go home. You got Wi-Fi hotspot, OnStar, of course. Here's your climate menu. So you can do things here. I also appreciate you have physical controls. This is a single zone climate system, but you do have heated and cooled seats.
Yes.
Which
are nice right now when
nice.
It's 103
You also have heated steering wheel, of course, and all that is pretty nice and clean. And you can come in here, you can throw the cameras. This has a 360 camera, actually pretty good quality.
It is.
And you can go in and you can switch views around, so front and
that
back.
That looks better than the Rivian I was just in. That
you can do a top down of the front, top down back, down the sides, up the sides. That one's pretty grainy.
Those usually are.
Yeah, you can do your guidelines, and you can even turn off a 360 view if you didn't want it for some reason. But I mean, legitimately, not a bad little camera system. If we come in here, and I believe, yeah, it even curves the lines with you, which is nice. And we'll go back home and see here.
Not much.
I mean, not much else. It's a pretty basic system.
And it has something that we say all cars should have.
Yep.
And that is?
You got a digital rearview mirror.
Digital rearview mirror.
So in addition to the 360 cameras, you get the digital mirror.
Literally, we have driven cars today that were $90,000 and did not have this digital rearview mirror.
Hey, they had a compass, though.
They had a compass. In case everyone needs to know which way you drive, but they had a compass, so.
Coming through here on the center tunnel, you can see, so down here you have your traction control off button, as well as your lane keeping and your sport mode. This is not lane centering, this is only lane keeping. It will ping pong around. Again, this one does not have the Super Cruise option. These are available with Super Cruise, however, it's a more basic, it's the earliest version of Super Cruise. So it doesn't work on as many roads as the newer versions does. It doesn't do like auto lane changing or anything like that. You have this weird shifter. So mine has a bop it where you have a stick and you push it up for reverse, down for drive. This is a park, reverse, neutral, drive.
A lot of pushing and pulling.
A lot of pushing and pulling. Go back and park. You also have a button here to turn on and off one pedal driving.
Always on.
And it stays on. It remembers setting.
Emergency parking brake.
Get your parking brake, and you've got this pocket here that's like the perfect size for your key fob.
Or your lipstick.
Or your lipstick. You've got a center console, decent little size center console. I mean, it's a small car.
Yep.
You got your glove box. I mean,
yeah, if you just need a little car to bop around town, and I mean, you drive yours, what, 15, 20 miles to and from every day? Less than
about 60 miles round trip.
Rich, yeah. And you charge at work and charge at home, and it's been fine.
Yeah. This gauge cluster screen is not super fancy. It is the exact same as it is on my car, where you can kind of scroll through here. You have your trips, you've got your tire pressures, you can do a timer. It does show you your driver's assistance. You can click over and you can do like your music up here or navigation. But otherwise, pretty simple system.
Yep.
You also still get the Chevy regen paddle here, which is just a on-off button. This is not a, you can't feather it type situation, but it is there. And yeah, push to start, you do have to turn it on and off.
Boo.
But it's an older vehicle, so I'll let it pass.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna hand the reins of the camera over to Sebastian. I'm gonna get behind the wheel and see if I can tear this thing up. So see you in a sec. All right, welcome back everyone. Look at me, I'm behind the wheel. You don't see that happen often because he drives a Bolt for a living and I don't.
You keep saying for a living. They don't pay me. They don't pay me to drive a Bolt.
They should pay you to drive a Bolt.
GM, if you're listening.
Yes, pay this man to drive a Bolt. He's driving a Bolt for the love of God. Bam! So yeah, this is not bad, Sebastian. I dog you a lot, but this is not bad.
It's a basic car.
Yeah,
it's not anything fancy.
A little bit get up and go to it.
It's got a little bit of pep. You can maybe get a little more if you. A little bit more. It doesn't really feel that different, does it?
A little bit.
But yeah, how do you think? I mean, we're just city streets right now. What do you think about road noise?
It's not bad. I mean, it's not the worst car I've ever driven with road noise. Tesla Model Y 2020. But it's not like the best, you know. I mean, but like you said, we hear it more because we don't have a radio on right now.
You don't ever see those around here.
Yep.
XC40 recharge.
XC40 recharge. Yeah, but we don't have the radio on and we're not talking on the phone, so you hear it more. Like you said in our last review that you did. We just hear it more because that's just, we have nothing turned on. But if we had the radio on, it would be fine.
Yeah, this is quieter than my car on the inside. Now my car has 90,000 miles on it at this point.
This car has 29,000. You said the list price of this was?
I think he's got this listed right now for 17 when it was new with 32.
So yeah, it's not bad.
When you think about like 32 grand, like it does charge slow. And in 2022, 2023, you could get cars that charge faster. Yep. 100%.
But you don't use yours for most.
But I'm also just thinking in the car market in 2022, what were you finding for 32 grand?
That's true.
That would have been better than, like, you know what I mean? Especially this qualifies.
That's coming out of COVID too, yeah.
If I remember right, at that point, and I mean it did, because my coworker John, hi John, if you watch this, he bought one of these and got the $7,500 tax credit.
Gotcha. So he
got an LT.
So you got it for around 25.
He got it. Actually, his was cheaper. I think his was like 28, 29 before tax credit. So nonetheless, it's like these qualified for federal tax credit at that point. I don't think Teslas did at that point.
No, this was one of the first cars that did qualify for federal tax credit. And that's when you saw a lot of people buying the Bolts because they were one of the few models that did qualify because they were under that threshold and met all the stipulations at that time for a.
But yeah, I mean, they're not road trippers. That I will give you. I mean, you can do it 100%.
Now, if you're driving like 3 or 4 hours, you know, the farthest you've ever drawn is when? Austin?
Yeah, Austin. Yeah.
And that was 8 hours?
9 hours.
9 hours. Yeah, but if you're just going to like in Arkansas, to basically when we want to go anywhere in the state for where we are, it's 3 hours at the most.
And it's like one stop.
And it's one stop usually. So for where we need to go, whether that be Memphis, Northwest Arkansas, down to Texarkana, Jonesboro, for where we are, it's basically 3 hours for everything.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're not trying to take it out of the highway.
I am gonna take it out of the highway.
Okay, you're just taking a weird route.
I know. I don't know which way. I'm not used to driving in the reviews. I don't know what to do.
So
driving and talking at the same time.
This should have, which mine doesn't. This should have adaptive cruise.
Ooh, okay.
And it looks like it is showing you your gap on the screen there. If you want help to activate it, just tell me and I'll tell you. But otherwise, I'm gonna let you figure it out.
Oh, it's right here. There it is. No stock for it. All right. So.
And yeah. And it also does basic lane keep. Like I mentioned before, these could be had, the EUV could be had with Super Cruise. This one doesn't have the option. That said, it is more basic Super Cruise. It doesn't do auto lane changing. It doesn't get all the new mapping stuff. They pretty much released it on this car and then immediately stopped supporting it. That's a different story.
For a whole other podcast, isn't it?
It's a whole different conversation.
I like it because, you know, you just have a nice little small car to whip around town, and this is...
Oh, yeah. I mean, you joked with me when I pulled it up a parking lot, and I was like, oh, look at you driving around like you know what you're doing. It's like, yeah, it's comfortable. It's familiar. It's hard to hit things in a Bolt because it's tiny.
You don't have to worry about a lot of curb rash in a Bolt.
Yeah.
Yes.
That said, they're narrow, and they're not that big, but like you mentioned, the back seat's huge.
The back seat is big. Yeah. I was shocked when you said you had a car seat back there. I was like, oh, there's not going to be enough room for a car seat. Plenty of room for a car seat.
Yeah, and mine's smaller than this.
Yep. By 2 inches.
By 2 inches, roughly. But yeah, I actually really like this blue interior. The only other EUV I've been in is my former coworker, John's, And his has, I think, the black interior. His is like an LT with all the options. So he still has the heated and cooled seats, but he doesn't have like the camera mirror and stuff.
And you said new, these should be what, 240 miles?
Yeah, new on this one, the sticker said 247.
So this has some derogation, 238.
Well, so the Bolt does guessometer.
Oh, okay.
So it will adjust that figure based on how you've been driving.
And there's no way to know if this is one that has the battery replaced?
None of the EUVs.
Oh, okay.
None of the EUVs were affected by the battery recall.
So that was solved before that?
Yep.
So this is original battery on this car
Yep.
then? Should be, yes. Gotcha.
So
question for you, similar to your car, you drove this to Austin when we did our little trip to Austin. How did it, comfort-wise, how was it? Was it a little like, after 5 hours, you're like, I gotta get out of this thing? Or
So the EUV is better than my car.
Okay.
On that. And the Gen 2 Bolts in general are better than my car. My car, the seats are terrible. Like, they're fine for commuting, but after about 2 hours, you're like, okay, my tailbone hurts. I need to get out of this thing. And they're just thin seats.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of it. On the EUV and the second gen Bolts, they thickened them up a little bit. They added some better bolstering and things like that. It's a slightly better just material. They're better. And they added, quality of life stuff like cooled seats and stuff. That said, I believe your seat power?
It is.
Okay, so they finally added power seats to EUV. I didn't remember if they did that.
You don't have power seats?
Nope, I don't have power
Dang.
seats. None of the early Bolts had power seats, even though it's crazy. Mine is a 2019.
Uh-huh.
Mine is a Premier with all the options. The sticker on mine was 47.
47?
47. This was 32. Isn't that crazy? If you want to see like an example of how the EVs have gotten cheaper, that is like a textbook example.
Yeah, and that's kind of the whole thing of looking at this series is we're doing is seeing how much the prices have come down on used EVs.
No, I didn't pay 47.
I know you didn't pay 47.
I paid like 15,
Yeah.
16.
Yeah. But just think how much that price came down from that. That's that's like a third of what you paid.
Right.
So you paid a third of the car for what it was originally listed for.
Yep.
I took the worst directions to get on the freeway.
You really did. I don't know what the heck you were doing.
I don't know. I could have just went on back there and got on, but
we might just cut this clip and then start again in a second, depending on how long it takes. We'll see.
we got one more red light.
Okay, we'll just keep talking. I can cut this if I want to.
So you don't have wireless CarPlay, you said, correct?
I do not have wireless CarPlay. My CarPlay is wired. This one has wireless CarPlay.
Does it matter to you or not?
Me.
And you don't have the charging?
I don't. I do have a charging pad. It's in a really stupid location, and my phone doesn't fit in it.
Phone's too big?
Yep.
Dang it.
So on the original Bolts, it was under the center console for some reason, and it's one of those you slide the phone down into.
Oh, okay.
And you slide the phone in vertical.
And that was before all these NACS phones came out, and probably all that, when phones were just normal size.
Which I don't even have a Max. Mine's just too big, just in general.
Is it with the case or just with?
Both. Case,
Weird.
no case, it just doesn't fit.
I will say on my wife's 2022 Kia EV6 with a case, the charging pad on that does have trouble handling the bigger phones.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're on the freeway.
Almost. Not quite.
You would have thought we were like 10 miles from. We were literally just 2, but I went around my elbow to get to my booty. So we get to see how this drives.
Yeah. So
I see the thing for driver assistance.
You can see, so it's showing you that it can detect the car in front of you.
Okay.
It's showing you cruise control is on but not set.
I'm gonna go that way because it's probably the most
And it's
popular.
showing you your follow distance from the car in front of you. So it says right now we are 1.9 seconds away from the car in front of us at the current speed we're going.
Oh, that's cool.
What's really annoying is, so like my car doesn't have adaptive cruise. My car tells me how far the car in front of me is from me.
But yeah, that doesn't really
But it
matter.
doesn't do adaptive cruise.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're capable of telling me the following distance from the car in front of me, then you're capable of locking in speed, and I don't know. Anyway, I digress.
So the Bolt, it looks like it does have lane centering.
Keep, not centering.
Keep. So
Just-
it's gonna ping pong us.
It will ping pong, yes. Because again, this one doesn't have Super Cruise.
All right, we're almost up to the point where I can get to some decent. Why is there so much traffic?
I don't know.
It's
It's
like-
been that way all day.
It's 3 o'clock in Little Rock. And
It's not a highway. It's not a holiday.
Nope.
It's not. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. But it's been like
people
that
are all
all
going,
day.
oh, look, it's getting colder out. It's 100 degrees now.
Oh, it's now 100 degrees out.
It's cold
AC
outside.
is great in this thing, dude.
Dude. And it's, you don't have all that glass like my Tesla to keep everything just warm all the time, too. It's like a heat box in here. Even with the screen, it's just a heat box. There's so much.
Yeah.
glass around. Really loving the rear view camera mirror.
Yes, it's really nice. It's a great feature to have.
Every EV should have that. Every car should have that.
And on this one, you can actually too, it's configurable, so you can change the brightness, you can change the zoom level, so if you wanted it closer, you can change the tilt on it. It's really nice. And it's using, unlike my car, it actually uses 2 separate camera modules. My car uses 1 camera module for both.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's see what we got here.
See what you got.
I'm staying in this lane because there's potholes that will eat a man alive in this right lane here. It almost hit my son's car.
You got to set cruise control. Let's see if it is adaptive. I'm pretty certain it is.
Okay, set.
Nope. You'll get it. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Adaptive cruise set 2. And it is cruise braking. I do appreciate the GM cars also give you the ability. Yeah, the lane keep is very ish. Yeah. I do also appreciate though GM lets you do adaptive cruise or regular cruise.
Yep.
And you can switch between the two.
It is very ping pongy.
It is very ping pongy.
Yep.
And it will straight up just go over the line sometimes.
It's trying to. And those were the potholes that will eat you over there. There's one right up here. Yes. Imagine
those are rough.
Imagine hitting that on a Mazda 3 that sits about 6 inches off the ground. Your whole life gets rocked.
Yeah, those are real rough. Yeah. Other good things the Bolt does though, and this is true for other GM EVs as well. You can charge them Tesla superchargers.
Yes.
Now again, 50 kilowatts, but that's a lot of options for charging.
Yep.
You can charge at basically any CCS station and know you're going to get full power because it's just the nature of the beast.
It's 50 kilowatts.
You can charge the Tesla superchargers. The port's in the wrong spot, but you can do it.
It's funny that they would not open up these with the older Teslas because it could, the older Tesla chargers, because it could actually support.
It's the communication.
Oh, it is communication. Okay, so it's not speeds. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing 71. It's 70 miles per hour. I'm doing 71, and it's not a bad ride.
No. It's and this one's way quieter than mine.
It's a very quiet ride.
It's way quieter in here than it is
yours
in my
is
car.
louder. I don't know if it's that the tires or what, but
or if it's just because it has 90,000 miles on it,
or it's been through a thing or two.
But yeah, this is not bad at all, dude.
Yep. All right, come on. I'm trying to get over, but people don't let me.
You've got your blind spot monitor on these.
I see it lighting up.
I believe it was standard on the EUV. I can't remember 100% off the top of my head.
No, I'm not getting off this exit, so I'm not sure what the next one is. It's 440.
Okay.
It should be 440. Or 430, whatever that road is.
Yeah, 440.
Go loop around.
Yep. But yeah.
Sebastian, I'm not going to lie. The Bolt is not bad.
I told you should have bought one for your son.
I should have bought one for my son. But the whole charging 3 cars with 2 chargers is...
Yeah, he doesn't go that far.
I know, but he's high maintenance.
You can just charge this thing on 120 volt and call it done.
Hey, that's what we did for my wife's car for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Until we...
You should have bought one for your son instead of buying that Mazda 3.
I'll just call Colin right now and we'll just take this one off.
I'll stop recording right now.
Will you co-sign for me?
And on that note, I think we've talked enough and we can stop the driving part of it.
Yeah, we will see y'all back once we get to Evolve Auto, once I figure out how to get back there. See y'all in a bit. All right, we have made it back here to Evolve Auto. Thank you, Colin, for letting us borrow this Bolt EUV for the day. So, final thoughts. So, I'd like to apologize to Sebastian for all the nasty things I would say about his Bolt. It's a really nice car. I mean, we actually got to drive it longer than what I thought we would drive for because evidently I cannot talk about a car and drive it at the same time. I will end up in Memphis, ADHD. But yeah, I mean, it's quiet, it's comfortable. I mean, if it drives similar to like a normal car would drive. So someone making a switch over, it would be a great car for. I'm thinking if you're someone who just drives around town, to and from work, maybe you have a teenage son, daughter, or someone younger who just needs a car to go to and from, that could easily charge on a 110 at home. This would be a perfect car for them.
Yeah.
And for this model here, this is a 23 for $17,000, pretty low mileage at 29,000. We didn't hear any creaks or cracks or anything like that. It was solid. Can't find anything majorly structurally wrong with it or anything like that. It seems like a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, I drive one, so I'll keep it short. Yeah. Or I drive an older one, but you know, these things are not known for being or having issues really. Mm-hmm. They're pretty dang reliable.
Yep.
I mean, and at the price, it's like, yes, you could get a Model 3 at this price range, and Model 3 is a much better car.
But it's going to be an older model.
But it's going to be higher, probably higher mileage, older model.
Yep.
It's also smaller.
Yep.
You know, but at the same time, it's going to have the Tesla software experience and everything else. So it's like, it's a better car.
Yes.
But if that's not what you're looking for, if you're looking for a crossover, you still don't have that many options in that $17,000 range.
Yeah, for someone like you who's owned a Bolt for how many years now? 3, 4?
2.
2? You've never thought, man, I wish I would have done this, or I can't do that because I have a Bolt. You've been able to drive to Austin, Fayetteville, no problems charging or anything like that.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a big issue, so yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's not an issue for us here in Central Arkansas, it should be an issue to where most people who are watching this video live, so.
Yeah, and I mean, just the EUV is a huge improvement over my car in general too.
Yep.
Just having the newer software, cooled seats, having, you know, this nicer leather.
AC
It
is
rides
amazing
better.
in this
The
car.
AC is
literally, we have
fantastic.
driven 3 cars today, or I've been in 3 cars today, all easily over $80,000, plus my own Model Y. Best AC out of all of them.
Yeah.
And the only one I believe that had
There's
cooled
one
seats.
there's one thing GM knows how to do.
And the only model that has had cooled seats.
No, the Model S had them.
You drove a Model S today.
You rode in a Model S.
I rode no Model S today. So. All right, so that is a wrap. We want to thank you all for joining us on this review of the Bolt EUV. Once again, before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscription. That's that's been a long day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that notification icon so you know when new content drops. And we'll see you again real soon on another EV Geek Studio review. So long, everyone.